Today, we're diving into one of the most legit credentials in the tech world, the Certified Kubernetes Administrator, or CKA. And let me tell you, this is no ordinary exam. Forget multiple choice questions. This is a live, hands-on gauntlet that proves you actually know how to run a Kubernetes cluster when the pressure is on.
So, you're thinking about taking on the CKA? Awesome. In the cloud-native world we live in, Kubernetes is pretty much king, and earning the CKA is like your official coronation. So, if you're ready, let's get your quest started.
First things first, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the exam, let's talk about the prize. Why should you even put yourself through this? What makes the CKA such a golden ticket for your career?
Let's be real, the perks are huge. First, it's a massive career turbocharge. We're talking more doors opening for those high-paying DevOps, SRE, and cloud engineer roles. Second, it's a skill supercharge. Because the exam is 100% hands-on, you're not just memorizing facts, you're building actual muscle memory. It also gives you instant street cred in the industry, and honestly, just makes you way more confident in your day-to-day job.
And you know, here's one of the best parts. Since the CKA comes from the CNCF and the Linux Foundation, it's completely vendor neutral. That means it doesn't matter if a company is all in on AWS, GCP, Azure, or their own private cloud, your certification is a universal seal of approval. You speak the language of Kubernetes, period.
Okay, so you're sold on the why. You know the prize is worth it. Now let's map out the battlefield. What are you actually going to face on exam day? Knowing the syllabus is your first strategic advantage.
Take a look at this. This is your game plan. You've got big chunks for cluster architecture and services and networking, for sure, but whoa, just look at that slice for troubleshooting. It's a massive 30%. That's not an accident. In the real world, things are always breaking, and this exam is designed to see if you can fix them.
Yup, I'm going to say it again. Troubleshooting is the name of the game. If you're going to double down on one area, this is it. You have to become a Kubernetes detective, diagnosing busted clusters, debugging apps, and figuring out weird network problems, all while the clock is ticking. This is what separates the people who pass from those who don't.
And you gotta know, this battlefield is always changing. The exam has shifted its focus. It's less about building a cluster from scratch and way more about managing existing ones with the tools everyone actually uses. So expect to see a lot more kubeadmin, Helm, and Kustomize. And in networking, the new Gateway API is a hot topic. Staying current is absolutely vital.
So you know the what and the why. Now for the logistics, the actual rules of the game on exam day. Paying attention here is going to save you a ton of stress later. Trust me.
2 hours. That's what you get. 120 minutes in a live terminal to solve a bunch of real-world problems. This isn't a test of your knowledge, it's a test of your skill. You against the command line, against the clock. And those 2 hours, they go by fast.
And here's the number you're shooting for, 66%. That's the passing score. So some good news here, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to be proficient enough to hit that mark. Okay, the price tag. As of early 2025, it's $445. I know, it's an investment, but, and this is a game changer, that price includes one free retake. Seriously, that takes so much pressure off the first time you sit for the exam. It's a fantastic safety net. Now your technical setup is critical, so listen up. It's proctored remotely, so you need a webcam and a mic, and this one trips people up all the time. You are only allowed one monitor, no dual screens. Also, keep an eye on those OS requirements because they do change. But the most important rule of all, you get one and only one extra browser tab open to the official Kubernetes.io documentation. That tab is your lifeline. So that single tab leads to this huge myth about the CKA. People hear open book and think they don't have to know anything. Wrong. The reality is you have zero time to learn during the exam. The skill isn't just knowing the docs are there. It's about being able to find the exact piece of YAML or command you need in like under 10 seconds. It's a test of speed and familiarity, not just access. All right, it's time for the training montage. We've surveyed the battlefield, we've learned the rules of engagement. Now, how do you actually prepare to win this thing? Let's build your battle plan step by step.
Here it is, your 5-step path to victory. 1. Build a rock-solid foundation. Get comfortable in Linux and a command line editor like Vim or Nano. 2. Pick a great hands-on training course. 3, and I cannot say this enough, practice, and then practice some more. Build your own clusters, break them, fix them. 4, Use those killer.sh simulator sessions that come with the exam. They are tough, but they're the perfect final test. And 5, live in the official docs. Get so fast at searching them, it's second nature.
Okay, lean in, because this is probably the single best time-saving trick you will learn. Ready? Never, ever write YAML from scratch in the exam. It's a trap. Instead, use kubectl imperative commands with the -dry run and -o YAML flags. This tells Kubernetes to just spit out the boilerplate YAML for you, and then all you have to do is make your edits.
I mean, the difference is just night and day. Trying to type YAML by hand is slow, and a single typo or a wrong indentation can cost you minutes of debugging. But generating it with kube control, it's lightning fast, it's accurate, and it lets you focus on solving the actual problem, not fighting with syntax.
Here are a few more quick ninja skills to help you beat that clock. The very first thing you should do when the exam starts is set an alias, like alias k equals kubectl. Then, enable command line auto-completion. And please, if you only remember one thing, remember this. Always check that you are in the correct cluster context for each question. It is the #1 most common and heartbreaking reason people lose points.
Okay, let's fast forward. You've passed the exam, you've earned that badge, high five, but your quest isn't over. Getting the CKA is a huge accomplishment, but really, it's just the launch pad for everything that comes next. So what's next? Well, you can level up your career, targeting senior roles like Cloud Native Architect. You can go for more specialized certs, like the CKS for security, which, by the way, requires you to have the CKA first. Or you can just dive deeper into a whole world of advanced topics. Oh, and just a heads up, this isn't the one-and-done cert. You'll need to recertify every 2 years to keep your skills and your badge current.
And there you have it. The path is all mapped out. You know what the prize is, you have a map of the battlefield, you know the rules of engagement, and you've even got a winning battle plan. The only thing left to do now is take that first step. Your quest for Kubernetes mastery is waiting. So, are you ready to begin?